Hello, this is Bill from Mr. Truck Stops Rolling, back with you again for another video. Okay, today we want to talk to you about how we do our progression gardening from the early spring all the way through the fall. Now, in March, we started here with in this particular section with some Blue Lake string beans and Roma beans on either side of a double row of corn. And we allowed the string beans to play out in about a month and a half, 2 months. And we allowed the corn to continue to grow. And we harvest the ears of corn. And then on yesterday, we cut down the stalks of corn. And what that did was it allowed these two rows of crowder peas, okay, to be exposed to full sunlight, as well as some turmeric and ginger that we planted in March as well. Okay, so the long-term crop here is going to be the turmeric and ginger, which we won't harvest until January. And the peas will probably go out here the 1st of September, sometime in there. We'll be done with them. And if we don't plant a cover crop, we will move the chickens in, okay, for a little while. And then once the chickens are done, we may plant a cover crop for a while, for till about maybe December, and then come back and cover the cover crop up with leaves, and it'll be done until the spring again. So that's what we're going to try to do here with this. We've already harvested the ears of corn off of this section, so now we're going to cut down the corn stalks, as well as you can see that we've already did the butter bean row right there on the right to free up to expose the turmeric in this section, and ginger in this section to some more sunlight. We also have some tomatoes and okras to the right that we want to expose to some more light as well. On the left side of this corn row, we have some peppers that we want to expose to some of the summer heat as well. So we're going to cut down all of the corn, and we're just going to lay it down just like we laid down those beans in that row to the left, and we're going to just leave it there and let it be biomass for the turmeric and ginger and the peppers in this section, as well as some biomass for the okras and tomatoes, okay, in the next section. Okay, so we should be back in a minute, okay, with this. All right, so all of the corn has been cut down, chopped and dropped and laid down. All the beans have been chopped and dropped and laid down. I think we had a row of peas on the right hand side of the corn that has been chopped and dropped as well. So now we have a decent layer of biomass to protect the soil, and it also exposes the turmeric and ginger and the peppers to the sunlight, as well as those tomatoes there on the left. And there are also some okra over there as well. In about 2 or 3 weeks, or when the other corn is ready, because it's about 3 weeks behind the original corn, or behind this section of corn. So when that's ready, we'll do the same to that section. We'll chop and drop it, and we'll lay it down and provide mulch for the turmeric that's in that section, okay, as well. And like we said, you know, when those peas are done here, we'll let the chickens in here and let the chickens, do pest prevention for the next year by going in here and finding all the bugs and eggs that may produce pests for the next year. So we'll do this section for about 6 weeks with the chickens, and make sure they get all the bugs and and things in that section, as well as lay down a good layer of manure. And we'll probably put a cover crop in there after they're done, and we'll do the same thing with the other two sections that follow the second section. And once they come out of the first section, we do the same thing with the second section, chickens in, cover crop, and then cover it with leaves. And we do the same thing with the other two sections once the corn is done. Okay, chickens, cover crop, and then cover the whole thing with leaves. So by January or December, okay, everything should be covered with leaves, and those cover crops will break down, okay, uh, all the way up until March, and then we'll start our progression over again, where we start in the first section with beans, early beans and corn, and we just move all the way over, and then come back uh, and do the same process over again as the season progresses. All right, so that's it for us. This is Bill from If the Truck Stops Rolling, letting the sunshine in, okay, for our our summer crops, our midsummer crops. Grow your own.